Good morning, good morning. It is 8:03. I am heading out to church. Gotta clean off these windows first because they are very dewy. Get ready because this is year 6 of daily vlogging. Ultimately, I'm really glad I was able to sleep last night. There was a part of me that was a little worried that I would not be able to fall asleep easily. Thankfully, I was able to. I had a really weird dream that I went to go visit, I think it was Kenya for something, but then I didn't, I hadn't made like a plane trip back. And so then I was kind of stuck and the internet wasn't great. And so I was like, I don't know how I can look up to get on a plane, but I also have to like work. And like, if I don't have Wi-Fi, how am I gonna work? It was weird. It was very weird. But I was able to sleep fine. I still don't really know, how to even reply to that text message. Frankly, there's a big part of me that doesn't want to. I don't know. So maybe I'll give a very short version of it in church. But I also feel like responding may also give me personally, not to say closure because I didn't want the text message in the first place, but maybe it could be a good thing. I don't know. But anyway, off topic from that, I have 2 auditions I need to shoot today. They're pretty short, or they are short. They're short and simple. One of them I don't really know how I'm gonna do them because the set of sides is actually for like a set of twins, so the same actor would be playing both parts, but both twins speak like one right after the other. So I think I'm gonna do one clip that's as twin 1 and then one as twin 2. I have no idea. So yeah, so I gotta shoot those and then I have work. And I'm gonna schedule myself a COVID test for tomorrow because on Tuesday is when I'm meeting my managers for lunch, and I want to make sure that I am okay and good to go before I church had lemonade and pink lemonade for us all, which is very good, and people enjoyed the cookies, which I'm very happy. You can probably tell just by my energy that's probably gonna be throughout this whole day, this whole vlog. I feel more subdued, just weighed down by this, you know, indecisiveness of just, it's crazy, it just sounds crazy to be like on how to respond to a text message. Just like, I don't know, it brought so much back that I thought I had not moved on completely from, but I thought I had done the work to kind of, you know, grow past it. But I guess, you know, any blatant reminder like this would, you know, bring it back. So because of that, and of course today's the day that I have 2 auditions, right? So I'm like, at least neither of the auditions have to be like super high energy. They're actually some not very nice characters, so that'll actually probably help. I don't have to be like, I'm so happy, you know, because that would be a little bit harder to fake. It's like an extreme level right now, but no. So I'm grateful that it's auditions like that, and hopefully doing them will make me feel a little bit more, and not like myself, but like remind me a bit more of like where I am in my life now, you know, and try to, yeah. I'm also going to text my former therapist, Sarah, and be like, hey, sorry to bother you on a weekend, but if you could offer some real quick advice, that'd be great, but I don't know if I can do that. So,
I just did something that feels pretty empowering to me. I made the decision that I was going to reply. Just a simple thanks. I appreciate that. That's it. Just like how I would have responded to someone who messaged me who I didn't have their number in my phone anymore. And so I would have been like, I don't really know who this is, but I'm just going to reply and say thanks. That wasn't the part that's empowering. The part that's empowering is an idea that I remembered, or someone helped me remember from TikTok. And instead of deleting the person's contact, you change the name in your phone to just being a gravestone emoji. And so then it moves to the very bottom of your contacts. And so there are some people who have like multiple, like, you know, a few people in their phone that are like just these gravestones. So it's, instead of it like deleting the contact, it shows like that the person is basically dead to you, and that, you know, you don't care to know that, you know, you didn't allow them to have the power over you to like delete, not that there's anything wrong with that, delete their contact, but like that now you won't know, like, which, I mean, in this case, there's only one person that has that in my phone, but yeah, so that made me smile. So I feel better after doing that. I feel a little less weighed down and a little less indecisive. So one of the things I did last night was I made a TikTok, a short TikTok, just talking about the situation. It's not one that I've shared on Instagram. Sometimes I will, but this one I didn't. And I feel like it's one of those things that sometimes it's like, oh, well, if you were really sad or if you were really upset about it, why did you turn to your phone immediately? Valid question. No one has like asked this. I just want to talk about it. That's a very valid question. However, this was an experience, or is an experience, that unfortunately many people have had, especially women, but not only women. And because of that, I feel some of us find support and understanding in other people who have experienced it. And it's also, I'm very much into being open about myself, open with what I struggle with, open with what happens, because on social media, a lot of the times I only post about, not to say my successes, but I don't go out of the house otherwise. Like, I don't really post about hanging out with friends or things like that, because I don't genuinely do that a whole ton. And so at a quick glance, sometimes it can just look, in a way, fake, that like everything is great, and that there are many amazing things happening, but that does not mean that everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time, right? So that's just one of those things that I am always like standing by. I always stand by with that, is like, you know, sure enough, I've gotten really, really kind comments from both people who I do know and people who I don't know that have shared and been like, I empathize where you're coming from. I hear you, and I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I then immediately empathize with them. And it's like, it's a healing experience that you have people that you're all like, yep. It's exactly like when I was messaging Sam and Kelly last night. Like the two of them, unfortunately, have also had they have had a similar experience. And so that's something that we can all connect on in that way, but also they were there, you know, they were with me that night. And so just that support system is still there. It is, what is it, 1:32-ish? I'm about to put the last 2 slices of pizza in for reheating. I think I might read a little bit. I think that's the plan. But yeah, I'm really glad I got those auditions sent off. I'm glad I got those done and out of the way. And I'm glad I have time to chill before work, just to kind of, as I said, I'm feeling better now that I made the decision of how to reply, and I changed the contact name to a gravestone. That made me feel very empowered. It made me feel in control. And so that helped a lot. So, Yeah, so that's good. And that's more of the mindset I want to be in for work. I didn't want to go in, you know, for work being like, wow, I feel drained and sad and all that.
I'm starting to read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Granted, I'm only 18 pages in. But this character, who is in high school, and her older sister who is going to college, still call their parents mommy and daddy. Just doesn't... Nah. I really want to like it, and I'll give it till about page 50 or 60 or so, because I'm still very much in the introductions right now, but the writing style is just not great, in my opinion. The movie, as I said, I really enjoy the movie. So if this ends up being one of the ones that I think the movie actually did it better than the book, I will be floored.
I am feeling spoiled today for work. I have not one, but two We Asked Our Readers posts, and I love We Asked Our Readers posts. They are my favorite to do. And I've made like that known that those are my favorites to do. So I'm really excited that I have two, and I'm really excited because one of them is, what Disney World ride do you hate but have to ride every single visit? And the other one is, what are the biggest money mistakes you've made at Disney? So I'm really interested to hear the rides that people like can't stand but ride every time. Mine personally is It's a Small World. I'm actually not a fan of that ride at all, but I ride it pretty much every time.
So I ended up working an hour and 20 minutes over, and I didn't even finish that post because I just kept going through dates, trying to find, there were only 2 things I wasn't able to update. And I couldn't find them. So I threw in the Metaphorical Tower. I had been given the okay to say, like, you know, you can stop it for tonight. And like, that was like 40 minutes before I actually did stop. And then I was like, never mind. But anyway, I've scheduled my COVID test for tomorrow at 10. And then the book sale that I actually went to on the second one that I went to, they are having their bag sale tomorrow. And usually she mentioned it to me and I was like, oh, I was thinking to myself, like, I won't be over in the area. Obviously I won't make a special trip over there, but the testing location is actually pretty close to it. So, the sale opens at 10. And so that's why I was like, oh, I'll make my COVID test at 10 and then I can just go over there after if I want to. So we'll see. I will need to grab some cash, I think, because there's a $10 minimum charge for cards and it's a bag sale, but I don't know how much each bag is, and I don't think there would be like enough for me to like fill up more than one. I don't think, unless if they put more books out since then, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'll kind of stop by, which it actually works well because there's a bank also like on the way, like close to the testing place, so that works well. But yeah, I am sad to say, I think I already said that I started reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Didn't like it. So the next one that was randomly selected was this one. I have 5 books in the series, and the first one's called House of Dark Shadows. I'm only 15 pages into it, but so far I'm liking it. It's not like the other one where I was like, what is this writing style? Like, I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm gonna head to bed. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Social media is in the description. Love you all.